On this week's episode of SHS Today, we jump into ideas for spring break hotspots, an inside look on the actions we took to keep our schools safe, then map out our student learner profiles. All this and more on SHS Today.
Hey Saline, welcome back to another episode of SHS Today. I'm Tristian Marion.
And I'm Zach Turner. Let's get right into the news.
There are auditions being held for the Children's Hour on March 7th and 8th at 3:15 in the Black Box. Callbacks will be on March 9th. We hope to see you there. Are you staying in Michigan during the upcoming spring break? With the break rapidly approaching, we send Ethan Helzer to Airtime, a spring break hotspot in our area.
With spring break coming up fast, we here at SHS Today venture out to find the hottest spot to have fun if you're stuck at home during spring break. Airtime, the hot place for high school students looking to have fun and just bounce around. We talked to Aaron Jacobs to see why teens would love it here at Airtime.
Teens? Look, man, we got trampoline everything. Trampoline dodgeball. What teenager doesn't want to do trampoline dodgeball?
With a park full of trampolines, the number one priority is safety.
When it comes to the rules, safety is our number one priority. So, we monitor very cautiously, who's jumping where, but pretty much we don't separate. We want, friends to be able to jump next to each other.
Airtime is located at 800 West Eisenhower Parkway, across from the mall. Signing off, I'm Ethan Helzer. Back to you in the studio.
Just because you're staying home this spring break doesn't mean you can't partake in some fun activities. Be sure to check out events and businesses in your local area. There's more to do than you think.
With the trimester's end right around the corner, exams are coming up quick. All exams will be held on Wednesday, March 14th, and Thursday, March 15th. There will be a half day on Thursday and no school Friday.
With the horrific tragedy of the Parkland, Florida school shooting that took place over a week ago, we here in Saline would like to inform the citizens of this community what our school is doing to prevent such a tragedy from happening. We sent Thomas Pear out to learn more on the subject.
Valentine's Day ended on a sad note when 19-year-old Nicholas Cruz fired his AR-15 and killed 17 students in Florida before fleeing through the crowd. This became the 18th school shooting during 2018. And just last Monday, Milan area schools evacuated all of their buildings after receiving a bomb threat via email.
A bomb threat we had the other day that was like snap of the fingers, get out of the school as fast as possible. And it was just crazy.
As a result of these incidences, students and teachers all over the country and right here at Saline have found themselves outraged and on edge.
When I learned about the shooting in Florida, I was just in awe. I was a loss of words to think that someone could go through and do this to so many innocent lives.
Many ask the question, is it safe for me to come to school?
So in regards to student safety, there are literally hundreds of employees here at the building, and every single employee, from our bus drivers to custodians to administrators and all of our teachers and staff, student safety is their number one job. We will do everything we can to keep students safe at Saline High School.
In a recent survey conducted by SHS Today, 11.5% of students said that they did not feel safe at SHS. When asked if they thought that the school district was doing enough to protect its students, 30.5% said that they didn't. In order to prevent the unthinkable from happening at Saline, the school district has been continuously adding measures to keep students safe.
The school district has invested a lot of money and time in training and taking care of our entries, our secure vestibules throughout the district. The high school most recently was this year. We have one way to get into the building 99% of the time, although our students do use our east and west entrances.
What happened in Florida cannot happen here at Saline. If you see something, say something.
The Hornet Hotline is something that we've implemented at Saline High School, and it is a text number you can send a text message to. You can't call it, but you can send a text, and we hope that you'll send it if you've got someone who's struggling socially or emotionally with health, with bullying, or if you have a concern for safety. And then it will go, it's safe and secure, and it's a direct line to support, so it'll come right to us, and we will investigate every one of them.
Reporting for SHS Today, I'm Thomas Pear. Back to Tristan in the studio.
SHS Today would like to send our thoughts out to the families involved in the Parkland shooting and wish them the best in the recovery process.
Once again, if you missed the number and need support, text the Hornet Hotline at 567-343-2030. North, south, east, and west. A compass is normally used for direction. Saline Area Schools has adopted this idea to guide learners to the path of success. Jackson Jost tells us more.
Saline Area Schools does a lot to prepare students for future endeavors. One of these is the Student Learner Profile, also known as the Compass. But what is the Learner Profile? We went to Mr. Graydon to find out more.
The Learner Profile stemmed from a project we were looking at in terms of a thing called Profile of a Graduate, thinking more deeply about what are the skills necessary for students to be successful as they transition from Saline High School or Saline Area Schools into life. And so we define those as the 8 student attributes that appear on the compass, and then some of the strategies around how do we go about making sure that the environments of our buildings and our classrooms help students grow in those areas. So the compass itself is laid in really 3 layers. The first layer is the big 4 C's, and those are the largest points of the compass, and it's creativity, communication, collaboration, and critical thinking. And really looking at that as those C's really are the foundational skills we want our students to really possess and to have.
Values on the compass can be applied to entering any career in the workforce and are based on what the top Fortune 500 companies want to see in their workers.
I think from a standpoint of what we want students to know about the compass is really to really understand and have a level of awareness that the world they're moving into is fast-paced. It's very different than the world in the past, and so their ability to adapt and have the skills that allow them to adapt are going to be critical. Many of the rankings put our student scores among the highest in the country. And really, as a staff and as a community, we felt that's great, and we're very proud of those achievements, but we want to push a little bit further and think about students who are entering college, entering the workforce, and what are the skills they're going to need to be successful.
Reporting for SHS Today, I'm Jackson Jost. Back to you in the studio.
As you can see, the compass helps guide students to the skills needed to succeed in the workforce. If you have any more questions about the compass, ask an administrator or go to salineschools.org. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have this week. Tune in next week for the newest rendition of The Hot Seat. Bring back a fan favorite in verses and make a splash at Splash Universe. Have
a great week, Hornets.